Well, well, well. Guess who? It is back again. Folks, it's a dreary Tuesday. It's raining, it's cloudy, there's no sun out. Some might ask, then why you got on shades? Well, I'm going to be quite honest, folks. My eyes are so sensitive to cool air. And whenever cool air hits my eyes, folks, they just start draining and draining. So, folks, I put these glasses on to keep the wind out of my eyes as much as possible. So that's why I have them on. Now, folks, I like sports just like most of you people that are watching. But I'm going to tell you when I really like sports. I really like sports when it's playoff time. That's the only time I really take sports seriously. So we got plenty of sports on. We got NCAA football. We got the NFL. We got the NBA. We got hockey. But folks, it's only one sport that I care about right now. That's sports. MLB baseball. Major League Baseball. Why, folks? Of course, because they're in the finals. They're in the World Series. Now, the first two games, great games. Like I said, I got on here about Yamamoto and how he pitched the full game, like I expect starting pitchers to do. Hey, man, that's just what I expect. I know I'm not going to get it. And then we come to a pivotal game 3. Folks, that game went 18 innings. And I saw a couple of things that tripped me out. First of all, early in the game, a pitch comes across the plate that's obviously not a strike. It's high. The ref hesitates. The umpire hesitates for a while. And, he calls a strike. The batter is confused. And the guy on first base is confused. No, it's a strike. It's not a walk. Guy on first base, he's standing off of first base looking stupid. The guy at the plate, the batter, he's looking silly. It's now 3-2. So they go over there and they tag this weirdo who's standing off of first base. But folks, I had a problem with that. I think I'm going for the Dodgers. But I got a problem when the umpire screws up. And he screwed up last night. And what could they do? Nothing. They just had to play on. They just had to play on. Needless to say, the Dodgers got out of that inning without any points being scored. Folks, let's get into this Ohtani guy first. Ohtani, 2 home runs, folks. But here's where I have a problem. Ohtani, the best guy on your team, why do you have him trying to steal a base? Why do you have him trying to steal a base? Last year, he tried to steal a base and hurt himself. He's a pitcher also. So why they got him running down there? He don't know how to slide right. He's about to tear up a ligament in his knee or do something. But that was stupid. They got out of it. He wasn't hurt, but he damn sure was out. I don't know why they decided to do that. Not a good idea. Let me tell you a know Tony is great. I know Mookie Betts is good too. But folks, I'm going to tell you who I'm not going to walk purposefully if I've got this certain player coming up. Who am I talking about? Freddy Krueger. That's who I'm talking about. Freeman comes up to the plate, 18th inning, and folks, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do like SportsCenter. I'm going to take a flashback to just 1 year ago. I was sitting there watching this game. And if you think when the Yankees are in the World Series that I'm going for them bums, you just don't know me. I can't stand the Yankees. Just last year, walk-off homer. High pitch, inside, over the fence. You go pitch to this dude. And what do you get for pitching to this guy? You get another walk-off. Freddy Krueger. Around midnight. I don't know if it was midnight. But guess who went to sleep? If you know Freddy Krueger, in the movie they say, do not go to sleep. Guess who went to sleep last night? That manager. He went to sleep. And when he woke up, he had been bludgeoned by Freddy again. This guy's no joke. I give him major props. Ohtani is pitching tonight. Okay, Ohtani on base 9 times. I think they walked him. How many times? They walked him about 5 times, folks. And those other 5 times, those 4 times that they didn't walk him, 2 extra base hits and 2 home runs. Not in the first 3 games. No, in this one game. This dude is no joke. But if you're going to have him attempting a slide, you'd have lost your mind. You'd have lost your mind if you're going to have him attempting stealing the base. Now, let's get off of that. Let's get on to the NFL. And how Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs handled Washington last night. I knew it was going to happen. But here's what I heard on SportsCenter today. Oh, Patrick Mahomes, look at him. He had so much time, and he's back there, and he's opening the play up. I don't want to hear these guys talking about how great Patrick Mahomes is. I know he's great. I know he's good. But they act like they didn't see him just not even a year ago when he ran up against those Eagles. And how they made this so-called GOAT, how they made him look. He looked like a frightened little girl. That's Patrick Mahomes. He looked like a frightened little girl out there. But now, after one game, oh yeah, look at him, how he extends the play. Well, he wasn't extending no play in that Super Bowl last year. He was running around like he was seeing ghosts. And he wasn't running after the ghost, folks. He was running from the ghost. A major beatdown. So where that game was won, folks, is where the game is always won. In the trenches. Because I don't care who you got back there as quarterback. Hurts, Montana, Brady, name them all, Breeze, whoever. If you do not have time back there, you are going to be made to look stupid. So, just like Damian Woody, if Jordan Love plays this good, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. But they're not going to be playing the Steelers in the Super Bowl. The Steelers, who you just said, they're trash on defense. But this same team that beat them That trash defense, you talking about they gonna be in the Super Bowl if they play like this and keep playing. Man, stop that. I don't get these guys. They just on there talking. All of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes, my boy, hey man, they coming back into form. I will attest to that. They are coming back into form. But I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear when Patrick Mahomes sat back there. I know one time for about 10 seconds running around, and you gonna tell me how good he is? I could have threw at least 3 touchdowns last night. If you give me 10 seconds to find somebody to throw to, come on, man, stop it. I know Mary threw a pass up straight to me. How did that ball come down like that? Who knows, folks? Who knows? But yeah, folks, like I said, the basketball is on, and I switch to basketball sometimes. That game was so long last night, almost 7 hours. It was so long. I was watching it, folks, and I missed the second Ohtani home run. I was watching the game, and folks, you know how your eyes just closed. Your eyes just closed, but you still hear the TV. I was just slipping off, folks, and I heard it loud. Oh, it's gone. I opened my eyes and had just missed Ohtani hitting that second home run. Just that quick. The game was long. The game was long, but great game. And that Ohtani dude, woo, Lord have mercy. But that Freeman dude,